Hi guys, how's it? In the name of Christ, it's your girl Cranky Kikarabo. I hope you're good. I hope you're peachy. I hope you're stellar. I hope you're in a neat little bunch. So it is power cut mode right now, and the power cut is unexpected because that's just the way South Africa does life. And now I'm about to get attacked, wrestled, and hassled by rain that upon landing on the ceiling sounds like a massacring bomb. I wish I could go home to heaven, but I'm scared that I'm not going home to heaven yet. And the reason I am thinking that way is because the bombardment around me by darkness is just never ending. It appears frankly ceaseless, and I don't know anymore what to do. I have just left TikTok because of random indiscretion on the ground there. I am currently uploading my content on multiple platforms on social media, and I'm already suffering quite a lot, especially on YouTube, with lots of witchcraft and lots of blockages there by people in my life, people not in my life, complete strangers. But YouTube is worth my while to keep on striving to try and get back, but not so much TikTok. So for me, it's about minimizing the amount of pain that is in my life, given that I am ostracized, living in isolation, and essentially just left to die. And then, in the middle of all that, okay, I need to conceal my indecency, but I also need to be comfortable. Yeah, in the middle of all that, I then get harassed, lambasted by the Kingdom of Darkness to go back to TikTok and essentially feed a reprobate generation there. I'm harassed, being told without TikTok I'm never going to be okay. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's TikTok. People can live without that environment. It's like a nightclub. If you don't go, you're better off. If you go, you might just end up taking drugs, hallucinating from some gas in the sky, fainting or asphyxiating from, I don't know, an excessive amount of CO2 with no O2 coming into your lungs. And you'll go home, babalast, with a massive headache the next day. That's if you make it home, because you very potentially might find yourself dead from a vehicle accident thanks to drinking and driving. There are certain things that are not worth anybody's while to do, but they do them anyway, like clubbing. And TikTok is this environment that, for me, was like going to a club. The audience there, they're human, we get it, but they are there after all. And when you are in a mental asylum to visit some patients, you understand that some will get out with a clean bill of health, but others will be there for the rest of their lives. But for you to be all sad that the mental asylum didn't take you seriously is uncomfortable. TikTok converts people's brains into putty, dough, and clay. It makes human beings short-circuit. It is a cold environment full of individuals seeking dopamine injections that they might hyperventilate on the spot with unhealthy addiction. And so when a person gets out of TikTok, they're a different human being. And I can vouch for that myself. In that every single time I scroll through, if I allow, let that be the operative term. If I allow myself to scroll down my For You page on TikTok and just watch random videos, I find myself lingering there for a good couple of hours, and it's just unfortunate because I thought I had self-control. And while not everything on TikTok is utter devastating rubbish, I like watching food TikToks, for instance. Much of it is addictive, and you sit around it despite being grieved in your spirit by what you're watching. For example, TikTok is teeming at the folds, buzzing about itself with mukbangs. Yes, mukbangs. People eating entirely way too much food, and they do them in ASMR mode, in the sense that you literally hear everything they're chewing and every bone crackling, alongside every squishy, jelly, juicy thing coming into their mouths, doing just that, being squishy and being jelly and being juicy. And disgusting as it is, you nonetheless linger all the way to the end. Very unfortunately, the benefit that TikTok had entered people into to elongate its videos from 1 minute once upon a time to now, you can slap everybody with a 10-minute video, has caused people to indeed eat for the entire 10 minutes. And you will find yourself just sitting, grieved in the Holy Spirit from this gluttonous activity that you are watching, and so essentially proliferating somebody's agenda in the algorithms. You will find yourself grieved by all the gluttony and yet struggle to click away. It is not just mukbangs that do this to you. It is also face beats, makeup tutorials. You want to see how it's all going to end up, even though you're pretty aware how it's all going to end up. It's kind of obvious how it's all going to end up, but you nonetheless linger, wasting a whole bunch of time watching people put layers upon layers of dust on their faces. The same thing is also true of people that do videos that are artsy and craftsy, and you want to see what's going to end up, like the final product, and you just stay there for like 4, 5, 10 minutes. The whole time of which you are having some subliminal messaging, funny little gases coming out from your cell phone screen or your computer, essentially making you high and making it difficult for you to get out of the application, let alone that one particular video. So you scroll and you scroll and you scroll. I don't know how long I have tried on TikTok. I've been there a couple of months now. I don't know how long I've tried to train the TikTok algorithm to recommend certain videos to me. But it's not like YouTube, where when you click on Christian content once, it'll start to recommend Christian videos to you. And if you stay with Christian content, you will barely see anything but Christian content on your feed. With TikTok, you could literally search for Christian videos and watch 20,000 of them all in one sitting. The moment you refresh the For You page, you're back to looking at a mukbang. You're back to looking at a face beat tut. You're back to looking at dances. You're back to looking at people cooking food and arts and craftsy people making strange things across the world. And while I'm not against artsy-fartsy people making strange things around the world, I can't help but encounter the fact in that environment that they are deliberately disregarding even those who mean well on TikTok and who want better for themselves, who don't want to take drugs, but they just want to be a good citizen. They disregard even their desire. Do you understand? They comprehensively ignore everybody else that is not interested in watching gluttonous mukbangers just chew it away, dishonoring God with way too much food, while there is suffering and struggling in like parts of Africa and Afghanistan. I just don't get it. Yeah. So it had to be left, that environment. It was like a bad husband or a bad boyfriend that just can't stop ramming your face into the wall. But Satan is trying to get me to go back there. Let's move to the next part.